to my esteemed instructor, Ms. Esther Jean De La Rosa, and to my fellow classmates, mabuhay. I'm Rose Jean Rivera Banyo, and my task for today is to discuss about the role of technology in climate change mitigation. But first, what is climate change? What comes into your mind when you hear the word climate change? So imagine an earth wearing a big warm blanket. And this warm blanket made up of gases like carbon dioxide, the methane, and the nitrous oxide. And these gases used to trap heat from the sun, so we stay warm, and which is a good thing. But here's the problem. Human making this big warm blanket way too thick by adding more and more and more gases, such as driving cars, cutting trees, and burn stuff like coal and oil. So Earth is getting hotter. It is like wearing 10 blankets in summer. And this is what we call climate change. So climate change refers to the long-term shift in temperature and weather patterns. So way back since the 1800s, human activities have been the main driver of climate change. So, climate change is one of the most pressing global challenges of our time, caused largely by the accumulation of greenhouse gases. Ang mga greenhouse gases, ang matong habal ko, ang carbon dioxide, the methane, and the nitrous oxide, such as fossil fuel combustion, deforestation. So, deforestation, ang pagpangutod sa mga kahoy nga wala ginatamnan liwat, pagpangsunog, na siya, deforestation. Industrial processes, it leads to rising global temperatures. That's why grabe subong ang init nga aton nga nagakabatsyagan. Extreme weather events, grabe man ang ulan, no, ang hangin. So, there's recent days, past few days, so, kaka-experience ta kung aga, party ka, init. Ngayon pagkagabi, grabe naman ang bagus-bus ka, ulan ka, hangin. Wala ka nakawala kung ano, kung may bagyo or kung wala. Sea level rise, no? Pagtaas sa mga sea level, like for example, sa dito nga part, like Antarctica, nga grabe na subong ang pagkatunaw sa mga, what do you call this? Tunaw sang ice tungod kay grabe ang human activities nga galid man sa pagkaguba sa aton nga environment. So wala na to istada ng mga polar bear nga nagkalatunaw ng ice, grabe na ang pagtaas ng tubig. And biodiversity loss, no? Ang mga sapat nagakawad-an sing balay or their habitat. Wala na sila sing istaran tungod sunog na, tungod ginaguba man naton nga mga tao or because of simply of the human activities. Next. So climate change mitigation. So ano gid bala ang mitigation? Ano gid bala ang role sa technology in climate change mitigation? So mitigation is just a fancy word, meaning making problems smaller. So think of it. You have a bathtub. You have a bathtub that is overflowing because you forgot to turn off the water. So you just not simply mop the floor first, but you first turn off the tap. It's like mitigation is like an intervention. It is like a prevention. Diba habi ganyan, prevention is better than cure. So ang mitigation, it doesn't simply nga kung amo ng problema, ang solusyon amo gini dapat nga masolve dayon. So it's like simply do intervention lang siya, paunang lunas sa mga lunas para maiwasan ta ang pagka biodiversity loss, rising sea level, kung mga kakatabo sa palibot ta, like mga deforestation, mga burning of fossil fuels. So amo na siya. So mitigation in climate change is to reduce, meaning reducing those heat-trapping gases that we let into our atmosphere. So, kung anong mitigation? So, ang mitigation galing sa climate change, reducing those heat-trapping gases that we let into the air. It's like intervention or the prevention. That is mitigation. It refers to efforts aimed at reducing or preventing the emission of greenhouse gases. As the crisis escalates, technology has emerged as a powerful tool that not only helps reduce emissions but also enhances efficiency, promotes renewable energy, and supports sustainable development. Next, technological foundations of climate mitigations. So greenhouse gases are natural and human-made gases. The carbon dioxide, the methane, and the nitrous oxide. The trap heat keeping the planet warm enough to sustain life. However, human activities have drastically increased their concentration, enhancing the greenhouse effect and leading to global warming and climate change. No? Nataran nyo, makita ng mga tao, no, gapahala, no, gapang sunog sa mga bukid, coal mining, grabe subong mga aso sa mga tambutso, no, hali sa mga motor, sa mga cars, ang pagsunog lang sa simpre nga basura, mga plastic. So, naga-contribute kita sa pagkagubas ng aton nga ozone layer, aton nga atmosphere. No? Grabe na subong ang mga greenhouse gases that we let into the air. So, next is the contributors. Major contributors include the carbon dioxide from fossil fuels, the methane from agriculture and landfills, and nitrous oxide from fertilizers. First one is carbon dioxide from fossil fuels, released when coal, oil, and natural gas are burned for energy. Carbon dioxide is the main driver of long-term global warming. So, came from burning of fossil fuels, using of natural gas, and oil. Mga gasolina, ginagamit ito. Ang coal nga present sa ang coal nga ni makuha niya siya sa mga gakapatay ng mga plants kag mga animals, no, nagakalubong sila sa sedimentary with the pressure and the temperature. So gaano sila sa sulod, gatiga sila kag gaproduce sila sa amo na sila ang tawag nga coal. In the process of coalification. Next is the methane from agriculture and landfills. Emitted by livestock digestion, rice paddies, and decaying organic waste, methane is highly potent but shorter-lived greenhouse gases. But it came from raising livestock. Specifically yung mga certain animals like cows and sheep because they produce methane when they digest food. Then landfills, so mga basura na nagakadunot or breaks down, so over time, produce man sila sa methane. Next one yung mga natural gas. Mostly, produce sila sa methane. Like for example, mga natural gas na ginagamit for transportation, kag sa ibang pagid ng mga in some other aspects. Next is the mining coal. Methane is often found in the mining coal, no? Kung mag-mine sila, mag-coal mining sila, methane often found sa mga coal sa idalom, no? Mag-mine sila. So produce sa methane pa kadto sa ating atmosphere, which is maka-lead into greater destruction, maka-contribute sa aton nga contribute into global warming. So ang pamangkot, how long does it takes? That is taken in the atmosphere. How long? Ano kakadugay? Ang sabat, 12 years. 12 years, and how much heat does it trap? Over 20 times more than the carbon dioxide. Next is the nitrous oxide from fertilizers, produced by the breakdown of nitrogen-based fertilizers in soil. Nitrous oxide is a powerful greenhouse gas with a long atmosphere lifespan. So it's a powerful greenhouse gas from agriculture, from industrial processes, and from fossil fuel combustion. So how long does it take? Over 140 years. Amo na galing hambal dere. It is a powerful greenhouse gas with a long atmosphere lifespan. Imagine, 114 years. Lapaw pa siya sa kabuhi isang tao. So, ang posibilidad nga matabo, ang mga next generation, next sa aton, next mga lula ni lula naton, next sa aton, next generation, or the Gen Z, so sila gid ang maapektuhan sa grabe na global warming kag ang pag-change ng aton nga klima. So how much heat does it trap? So 298 times heat does it trap, more than the carbon dioxide and the methane. So amo sila ang tatlo nga contributors, ang carbon dioxide, ang methane, kag ang nitrous oxide. These are the greenhouse gases. So next, dahil na kasi sa mitigation, we'll focus on mitigation. The goal of mitigation, or the role of technology in climate change mitigation. Ano ay nga mga interventions ang pwede naton mahimo, ang pwede mahimo sa ating government, sa mga katawhan in reducing the heat trapping gases that we let into the air. Another goal of mitigation is enhancing energy efficiency, improving how energy is used in homes, buildings, transport, and industries helps reduce emissions. This includes using LED lighting, energy-efficient appliances, electric vehicles, and advanced manufacturing technologies to do more with less energy. To improve building design and construction, this includes better insulation, airtight construction, and high-performance windows, and energy-efficient heating and cooling systems. So these measures reduce energy needed for heating and cooling buildings, a significant source of energy consumption. So using appliances and equipment with high energy efficiency ratings, for example, the Energy Star certified products significantly lowers energy use. So this applies to everything from refrigerators and washing machines to industrial machinery. So another one, industries can improve energy efficiency by optimizing processes, adopting more efficient technologies, and minimizing waste. This involves streamlining operations, using more efficient materials, and recovering waste heat. When it comes naman sa transportation efficiency, improving fuel economy of vehicles, promoting public transportation, encouraging cycling and walking. So promoting public transportation, gina-encourage gid kita tanan, and not all the hindi man gid tanan, pero not all the times nga magamit kita mag public transport o kung ma-commute kita. So gina-encourage kita nga mag-cycling or mag-bike, and then walking and electrifying transportation are key strategies. So this reduces the amount of fuel needed for transportation, a major source of emissions. Another one, nga gina-encourage kita magamit sang LED lighting, mga LED lights, kaysa sa mga daan natin nga light bulbs. It's because sang LED light, for example, yung mga Christmas lights. So, some Christmas lights or LED lights, gaan na sila sang less energy. Hindi, mga Christmas lights, mga solar power, some Christmas lights, mga solar power. Pero ang LED lights na ginagamiton ta, or gina-encourage ginagamiton is, ang energy na makonsume niya is less lang compare sa light bulb na ginagamit ta. So, muna sa gina-encourage kita magamit sa LED lighting. Another one is smart grid technologies. So, smart grid use digital technologies to optimize energy distribution and consumption. For example, reducing energy waste and improving grid reliability. So, this involves better management of electricity supply and demand, leading to more efficient use of energy resources. And aside from that, our behavioral changes matter the most. Promoting energy conservation through awareness and campaigns, education can influence individual behavior and reduce energy consumption in home, business, and communities. So, as a future educator, no, we have the power. We have the power to communicate and to inspire others to use energy, to use mga alternatives nga maka-contribute, maka-lessen or maka-reduce sa mga heat-trapping gases or high heat-trapping gases nga ga-contribute sa aton nga environment or sa aton nga atmosphere. So, for that, gamitan tagid technology, the use of technology in using for campaigns, so mga simple posts, no, nga promote ka sa social media mo, it can make an awareness for all of us to using social media or Facebook to be an effective and civic digital citizens. So another goal of mitigation is developing sustainable infrastructure. What do we mean developing sustainable infrastructure? So this involves designing and building infrastructure such as roads, buildings, and public transport systems that are environmentally friendly, climate resilient, and resource efficient. Examples include the green buildings, the smart cities, and low emission transit network. So, smart cities leverage technology to improve the efficiency and sustainability of urban operations. Key aspects include the data-driven decision-making. So, using sensors and data analytics to optimize resource management, improve traffic flow, and enhance public services. So, make use of those data analytics. So, integrated systems connecting various city systems such as transportation, the energy, the waste management to create a more efficient and responsive urban environment. Citizen engagement utilizing technology to improve communication and participation between citizens and local governments. So it is really imperative for the communication between the participation between the citizens and the local government. And for sustainable initiatives, implementing programs to promote energy efficiency, reduce waste, and improve air quality. Mga programs to promote energy efficiency. So we can have a symposium about that. So na siya. Low emission transit networks. So when it comes to low emission transit networks naman nga, low emission transit networks aim to reduce greenhouse gas emissions from transportation by, number one, electrification. So replacing diesel buses and other vehicles with electric alternatives. For example, may ara na kita subaw na balita subaw sa TV Patrol. So may ara na subong e-bus made from Philippines, no? Kung sa hindi na kita magamit sang natural gas or fuel or sang gasolina nga ginagamit ta for transportation, it's because isaksak na lang. So by means of that, we can lessen na to use the gas emissions of methane, the carbon dioxide, and the nitrous oxide. So another one, ang mga e-bike. So, very familiar naman ako sa mga e-bike na ginagamit dire. So, dire sa Banwa, daw damo naging e-bike. So, malaka ka na lang kakakita sa pedal na e-bike. So, with the use of that, no, malesen ang pag-contribute sa mga gases that will affect our climate or to cause in the global warming. So, na siya. Another one, may taxi pagigali. Sa Manila ata, na may e-taxi na siya na ginagamit for e-bus, e-taxi, cab, e-bike. So, dugay e-motor na, no? And next one, alternative fuels. Utilizing hydrogen fuel cells or other low-carbon fuels for public transportation. That's it. And it will improve efficiency, optimizing transit routes and schedules to reduce congestion and energy consumption, no? By the use of our technology. For example, no, use ang ating cellphones. So, with the Google Map, so we can find ways kung sa diin mas mapalapit kag hindi energy consuming and time consuming. So, last one is promoting active transport, encouraging walking and cycling through infrastructure improvement. So, that's it. That's why there is a City of Love. Sa City of Love, may way para sa mga bikers, kag sa mga walkers, mga galakat lang. So, laka na lang kita makita sa mga tao nga galakat. Like, for example, grabe ang travel na lang gamit na ang bike or maglakad. It's because sa ila, kapoy man sila. Pero, using some technologies such social media platforms so that we can promote for a better, for a healthier world to live in. That's it. That's all in the role of technology in the climate change mitigation. And those three are transitioning low carbon economies by using mga clean energy resources like those solar energy and the wind power. The next one, enhancing energy efficiency, ang mga LED lighting, building transports, maka-reduce ng greenhouse gases. And then, the last one is developing sustainable infrastructure. So, that's it.